Alright there, my name's Ragtag, the greatest gutter tier gamer on the face of this earth, and many of you have probably been expecting this video where we're going to take a look under the hood of the Battle Pass and find out if Respawn actually got it right this time. If you saw my Revenant Heirloom review or my Season 9 Battle Pass review, you will know that I have been extremely critical of the cosmetics, so we don't pull our punches on this channel, but that also means I'm constantly walking a line of being accused of either being a salty naysayer for disliking something or just a shameless sellout when I give praise. And given that you can't win with either of those stances, I'm just going to go ahead and say whatever I like. Right, so the Battle Pass has an overarching theme, in case you haven't already noticed, and for Season 10, it's reach for the fly spray and grab your bug zapper rackets, because the Mothman connection with Seer seems to extend to everyone. And to be honest with you, it's actually tied quite neatly into a bow due to the ongoing lore happenings with Bloodhound leading the charge against Hammond. You know, the company that is destroying World's Edge and its habitat. And what am I talking about here? Well, to survive, the planet will evolve and fight back, with the word emergence perhaps taking on the scientific definition, which is like to do with the formation of collective behaviors. Parts of a system all coming together to do that which they would not do alone. Basically come together and beat the snot out of the baddies. So now we've got a theme. Is it any good as a battle pass? Well, as always, if you play Apex as your main game, and pretty regularly at that, it's a no-brainer for a purchase, because you actually get your Apex coins back just by leveling it up. Seems like they're giving us a bit more than usual this time. I think you normally get like 1,000 back. You're getting 1,300 this time, so you're going to earn a little bit. But once you crack it open and buy the premium battle pass, you get yourself some instant goodies. You get a Seer, a Watson, a Gibby, and a 30-30 repeater skin. So Seer gets himself a lick of gold paint, solid gold, which I actually really like, and the contrast with the cyan color or whatever that is, with the gold, and also intertwines a little bit inside his hat and underneath the rim and whatnot. I really like it. It gives it almost like an Egyptian feel. And Respawn, they really enjoy accessorizing skins to get a complete outfit, so the 30-30 repeater fits perfectly with this. It's a shame no one's going to be using it though, because World's Edge is now constantly reverberating with the sound of the Rampage LMG. Watson's skin is horrendous, and Gibby has been turned into a gargantuan bumblebee. The cool thing about this skin, it's called Hive-Minded. It's, oh dear. I mean, the cool thing about this skin is you can see his active link to the Borg collective. I mean the swarm, the hive. Anyway, look, you can see it in the form of these honeycomb circuitry tattoos. It's a nice touch. I actually really like it. You can guarantee you will be shot first if you wear this. So with that in mind, I'm going to go right ahead and equip that. If you don't buy the Battle Pass, by the way, the free version has a couple of outstanding things in it as well. Not this putrid alternator skin for Watson called Charge, but there is a web spinner skin for the Mozambique. I actually really like it. It's surprisingly stylish and well worth equipping, as is a level 45 Bloodhound skin reward, Hidden Hive. Now, this is awesome. I really like this. Rugged wasteland leather, and you've got these insect eye style goggles. There's actually a couple of other skins that you can get weapon wise that would fit nicely with it. There is an EVA 8 here, level, is that 38? Yep. It maybe isn't an exact match, but there's also an R301 skin. I know that does actually mean the premium one, but still, you can see the accessorizing continues. For the premium, I'm gonna... voice lines! Right, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and skip reviewing any of them, mainly because people spam them incessantly in the dropship, and I'd like to confine my nightmares to one place only. Now, let me just quickly talk about the weapon charms. I think these are just getting better and better. I mean, look at this. It's a little baby Seer crocodile with a little cute hat snapping onto the gun. Yeah, well done, Respawn. That charm gets a score of 1,000,000 out of 10. This one reminds me of a doctor trip I just had recently, so we'll not be equipping that one. On display. Interesting. That kind of looks like the Pathfinder one, and you can see it looks like it might be Pathfinder's eye, little peacock thing there. Very, very good. There's quite a few of the other charms, and I have to say that a lot of them I would be swatting right off the side of my gun. And, oh look, it's a little cute bloodhound owl. But I'm starting to wonder if some of the weapon charms are maybe getting a tad on the large side. Anyway, let's take a look at two of the major unlock rewards for level 25 and level 50, with 25 being Valkyrie donning her aerial evolution. If there's any legend who's going to get away with physically representing a winged monstrosity, it's this one. And I don't care what anyone says, this is awesome. A small piece of me is maybe whispering the iconic words from Christian Bale's Batman Begins. You know, like, does it come in black? But I like the armor plates on top of the main suit. And it got these little mini wing flaps on the back of the legs there. That's really cool. And also the rockets actually look like insect stingers. The goggles look fantastic with the horns above the head. This is a great skin. But then we get this. This is Biotic Luminary. So at level 50, you can marvel at Horizon's second dose of the bizarre. Now, the word luminary is normally associated with someone who influences others or inspires them, making Horizon the queen of whatever species this is supposed to be. Poor Gibby, bow to your master! Okay, look, I know they've done a good job with this, but the hair is absolutely terrifying. And this kind of self-hugging arachnid leg thing going around the back and the neck, it is horrifying. Absolutely, it's just levels of wrong that I cannot communicate here. You got big bulging bug eyes on top of the head there, and Horizon's pose is starting to look like, I don't know, like a comic book villain or a character in Aquaman. I actually can't quite decide. Look, just because you can do something, it doesn't mean that you should. Do you know what though? It's kind of growing on me, so long as it doesn't actually grow on me. I might equip it and see. Anyway, a couple of other noteworthy skins are Lifeline, rare skin. She just manages to pull off this vibrant palette with absolute ease. And the other is Pathfinder, iridescent plumage. Plumage? I don't know if it's meant to be like a blue bottle or if this is the peacock thing from that charm. I like it, it's alright, you know, not bad. But you know what is good? Octane. Octane gets this cerebral vortex. That's a headspin that could find the friction to start a fire right under him. I'd love to see more of these in the future seasons of battle passes and whatnot. I think a good addition would be character select animations as well, liven things up before everyone takes Seer from under our noses. Speaking of Seer, we do get a very... It's insanely good, actually. Yeah, this skydiving emote, which seems as if it was filmed 10 frames per second on a PlayStation 1. In-game, I know it'll look smoother, and the relationship he seems to have with those micro-drones, it reminds me of Hiro Hamada's nanobots invention from Big Hero 6, although I would prefer Baymax any day to the nanobots. What else we got? A decent Hemlock Skin. I actually quite like this, and it's worth looking at the names of everything, by the way, as they all clearly nod to the Battle Pass in some way, except for Perfect Cell, which is clearly a nod to the best series ever, the best season ever of Dragon Ball Z. Anyway, the Hemlock Skin. Yeah, it's mimicry. In this case, this skin is mimicking a recolor of the original skin. Kidding! I'm kidding. Or am I? I can't remember what it looked like, but I like the little honeycomb conveyor belt thing with the iron brew coloured gun. But the crowning achievement of the Battle Pass is always to be found at levels 100 and 110, and this time the Volt is getting some love, symbiotic relationship, and fatal injection. I think these look amazing beyond belief. My favourite of the two, personally, is the red one. I think, yeah, Fatal Injection is incredibly detailed. When you zoom in and take a little look, you can even see gold speckles, perhaps in the sheer amount of heat that has travelled through this thing and burned away the paint. But both versions seem to have these, seem to have like weirdly animated legs. And of course, not to mention this skin, the symbiotic relationship. perfect match for Horizon's legendary monstrosity. So, guys, for this Battle Pass, I think it's a good one. There's obviously bits of garbage amongst it, but my top picks are the Croc Charm, the Seer skydiving emote, Valkyrie's legendary skin, and the Fatal Injection Volt skin. Let me know what you think as well. Let me know in the comments. Perhaps one of the Holo Sprays, banners, or background art pictures that I never seem to get around to. Although I've got a legendary pack, so open it. Hey, maybe I'll get an heirloom. It's a 100% chance of a legendary. What did I get? What did I get? A banner frame. Well, who's it for? Crypto. 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 Crypto!